Look, Broussard's not here this year, and he assigned the lead chefs last night. Thank you.
Yeah.
Tomorrow night is Luke. We got tenderloin, courtesy of Steve Odom. And today's meal, thank you, Mike Lala. Some people go out of the way. In my opinion, Mike Lala went out of his way. Y'all saw what he brought over from Baton Rouge. He went out of the way. And for Mike Lala, we are going to present to him this gift from us. Michael.
Yeah.
Where is it?
I'm right here. I'm on with the helicopter.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it.
Give it to me, I'll fill it up.
Yeah. I think I better rethink that.
Larry Trieber wants everybody to have a gold bracket, courtesy of Lawrence H. Trieber. Then what? You got something to do now. Go ahead. Give those up. Where's Luke? Give out your award, man. Come on, Mike.
All right, we had our third annual Pensacola Beach Golf Tournament today. 8 guys competed, 2 groups of 4. Unfortunately, not on the winning team again.
Oh, we got 10 shots. We got 10 strokes.
We had a handicap. We had a grouse handicap on the front. once the grouse ran out, we started making birdies. So I think next year everybody
No problem.
Yeah, well, I think we get grouse to the other team and then we even it all up. So if we're winning by 5 strokes, the team each gets a hat. I bought from the Houston Golf Club, the Shell Houston Open hat, so you guys can get your
Too much work.
Fellas,
Come on over here.
Thank you, sir.
so where are you going?
Oh, man, I like it.
Who's on the winning team? Ozo?
go to a cold.
No, it went that way.
Fellas, this is our 5th anniversary in Pensacola Beach. It's a special year, and we're dedicating our reunion this year to the Bear. That photo right there, for the people who don't know it, we memorialized Yogi on the North Shore, and when a bunch of us arrived with their respective wives, we were given that photo, which was sent over from Jordan Elliott. Jordan Elliott expanded that, paid for it himself, and he sent it over to the North Shore. And so that afternoon on the North Shore, we thought of Yogi Bear with that photo right there with his courtesy of Jordan Elliott. Thank you.
If you really get close to it and you look at Yogi's sunglasses, it looks like he's driving his bike and he's got both hands on the wheel. He's actually got a GoPro in one hand and he's taking a picture of himself.
Got 2 hands.
And when you really can, both hands?
Yeah.
That's right, his hands are not on the wheel. When you really look at that and figure it out, it's like, holy shit.
He's driving like this.
So, had he not passed from a heart attack, he would have had
He was an accident waiting to happen.
All right, so y'all saw the email I sent out. Nashville did this for us, the certificate, all right? And Alan has agreed to talk about, say a few words about Yogi Bear. No, if you all have time later this evening, we'll sign the rear, the back of this certificate, and we're going to mail it to Pam, Yogi's wife, okay? And I'll put it in the frame and send it to her, all right, with everybody's signature. Go ahead, Alan. Alan's going to talk now.
Okay, Yogi, I was asked to do this, and I said I would consider it an honor. And I get a little emotional still thinking about it today. And Yogi was first a good friend, brother, and a colleague. And I remember when I met Yogi the first day in Long Hall, we sat and chatted about, the benefits of being in a fraternity, and of course it changed into the benefits of pussy chasing. And all you guys that, remember Yogi. Yogi was a man of his own principles sometimes, And you remember, Mike, the story about him, Mathern, and Yogi. in that front room of the Pike House
I was there. I saw it all.
with the puke in the middle of the floor. And I asked Yogi one time, and I said, you know, Yogi, this is kind of disgusting. What are you guys going to do about this? Nothing. He said, why? He said, man, you got to stand on your principles. He said, nothing's going to clean that shit up. And we all know Pam wound up cleaning the damn stuff up for him, you know. And so that's when Yogi, and another time I sat down with old Yogi, and he sat, and in the news a little bit later was Jane Fonda. And he hated the bitch. That's what he'd say. And he said, Hanoi Jane, don't want to talk about it. Yogi, he hadn't softened over the years? No. And he would stick to his principles, and that's what he felt and he believed in. And we all know that sometimes we've poked and prodded the bear. Some of us a little bit worse than others, you know. And he was pretty easy to sit down. He was an easy target to get going on. And I think you all know him chasing people around the pool table when you got him all pissed off.
Mike would have done it, for sure. Everybody's laughing his ass off the whole time.
Now, and so, you know, when I first met Yogi, I'd say he was a good friend. We forged a great friendship. And then Yogi was working, and as Yogi was an accountant, and he had studied, and he was a pretty good student in school. In fact, he came to Nichols on scholarship. And yeah. And Yogi had gone out, he graduated, sat for his CPA exam, passed 2 parts in the first try, then he stopped. And I'm going like, Yogi, what the hell you're doing? You know, you got to go get this, you know, you got to go. I don't want to do that. Now, I finally, you know, pushed and prodded him enough, kind of gored him in to go and do this, that, you know, you've got to do this for yourself, Bear. You're going to do this. So he did. He went back and he did get his CPA. So Yogi was a CPA. And he was working for a private company. I kept telling him, Yogi, you can't do this. They're not paying you anything. You got no benefits. You need to come over and start working with Gulf. And he did, and he's worked for Gulf Oil, and then eventually Chevron until the day he retired. And Yogi was around the country as an auditor. I'm sitting at my desk in the office one day, and I get this phone call. It's Yogi Bear. He said, Naquin, you're not going to believe where the fuck I'm at. I said, where are you, Yogi? He says, man, I'm in New York. I said, what the hell are you doing in New York? He said, man, I'm on 5th Avenue. What are you doing on 5th Avenue? I said, man, Chevron's got me up here, and I'm sitting in this plant, you know, and it's just loaded apartment, anything that you want. And he says, it's great. You just wouldn't believe this going on. And every time he would go on a special trip, I'd get this damn call from Yogi Bear. Naquin, you're not going to believe where I'm at. Where are you at now, Yogi? I'm in Paris, man. I'm going to say, oh, shit, you're in Paris. Oh, yeah, he was. That's exactly what he was doing. But he did join, you know, Gulf, and I was glad to see he did. He worked for me several times at Gulf. Enjoyed working with Yogi, so I say he's a colleague. And then as a brother that we knew, you know, Yogi, and he really, really loved this fraternity. And the guys, you know, we would talk about, you know, all the different assholes, I mean, all the guys in the fraternity. And he would talk about, you know, what it meant to him for brotherhood. And what it meant through the ritual. You know, and how people understood that, or we tried to get it when you were pledged and what you did, and we need to work on that. And to this day, I do believe Yogi's sitting down there and saying, hey guys, think about what we've created here. Remember me, because I sure as the hell remember you. And I don't want to keep going on, guys, but I'm going to tell you this one thing. When I was in school, there was a commercial that came on about wild turkey. And said wild turkey, before they screwed up and went to the 86, the original, the 101. The thing says that it was beyond duplication. And so tonight, what I'd like to do is sit down and say to you, I think with our brother Yogi, he's beyond duplication. So what I'm going to do is open this up, pass it around. If you have a half a mind to, you could have a sip.
There you go again.
Just a sip, guys, so it can go around.
Who did? Who? Who gave him the name Yogi Bear?